Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's good to be with you. Matt's on assignment today. So it's just you and me. And we're talking about the brand new Tampa Bay Rays Forever Home. And it's been a long time coming. But Bill Carlson, this is per our buddy J.P. Peterson, per JP today on his show. And by all means, you should always listen to JP's programming. It's fantastic. It's good people. Anyway, City Councilman and swing vote Bill Carlson, who was a no vote that kind of scuttled things in the City Council vote, told J.P. Peterson today that he's very confident that his proposed financing plan has been well received and should lead to the City Council approving the deal in their next meeting, which comes on August the 27th. And that is a absolutely wonderful news. Carlson, politics being politics, you're never quite sure what's going to happen, right? And in this particular case, it's a matter of it was a matter of something very old, and that is that the city council in Tampa didn't really understand what the deal was, and they wanted to be filled in. Ken Babby, of course, the CEO of the Rays and obviously part of the ownership group, has been trying to explain. So what he did, because Babby is a very savvy business person and politician, understands politics. Babby went and said, look, let me go to each one of them and explain it. So he went through the process. Meanwhile, the Bill Carlson, who voted for the memorandum of understanding in May, pledged to oppose the final deal unless the Rays improved communications with the council. Now, he kept that promise, pushing for delays and voting against the land use agreement, which is very important, which gives them the opportunity to go to the 130 acres over on Dale Mabry, where the HCC campus is. After recent discussions with the team, Carlson is now positioned as the swing vote needed to move everything forward. Now, his financing concept marks the first significant step toward passage in the city. Under the current memorandum, the city of Tampa would contribute $180 million toward the stadium, drawing it from a half-cent tax and the Drew Park Community Development Agency. Now, Carlson's proposal keeps both those sources intact, but instead uses property taxes generated by the surrounding mixed-use district and finance. So something absolutely important there from that standpoint. So Bill Carlson's plan seems to be doing very well. Both Axios and Sports Talk Florida have reported that the Rays have responded positively to the deal. Now, so you know, Babby and Carlson have been appearing together on radio programming here in throughout the Tampa Bay area, and so you don't really do that unless this deal is close to being finalized. And I do think that as written, the memorandum does not guarantee the team will build the mixed-use development. However, Carlson's plan creates a financial incentive for the Rays to complete that district, aligning both sides of this issue with the interest. Look, they want to build what in essence is the Battery in up in Atlanta. So, there's no incentive for them not. There's no building the ballpark over across the street from Raymond James Stadium makes no sense if you don't have that mixed use district, because that's where the money comes from. So, and they've already got a number of very interested companies, Fortune 500 companies and others, who are quite interested in having that done. So I think that what we're going to find out is that that this deal will get done, and finally, the Rays will have that forever home that they have asked for, and it couldn't come quicker. Now, what does that mean with Major League Baseball? Okay, so but Major League Baseball has the problem children, right? They, for many years, the problem children were Tampa Bay playing in the Trop, and and Oakland playing in the Oakland Coliseum. If they can, if those two sides have their stadium issues done, so if Tampa Bay has their stadium issue, resolved, and same with the A's, then they can move forward on adding two teams. Now, where are those two teams going to go? Right now, the smart money has Salt Lake City in the West, and in the East, it's really a three-team race, okay? It's really down to Nashville. It is down to the Raleigh-Durham area of North Carolina. Charlotte is in there. I don't think Charlotte is basically as strong a bidder. There has been some late information coming in that Montreal has gotten the backing that they need to get this thing done. I don't know if that was the case. I would say if, it's a big if, but if Montreal was in a position to do that, then it's very likely that Montreal and Nashville would be duking it out for that particular, spot in expansion. But out west, Salt Lake City has come in strong with bid, and I do believe that's going to happen. I do believe it's going to be there. Obviously, it gives them the Mountain Time Zone, which they have in Colorado for the National League right now. Tomorrow, we're going to have Immaculate come on, and he's going to be discussing with us what realignment might look like in Major League Baseball with a team in Salt Lake City and a team in either Nashville or one of those other cities that I had mentioned. I do think that the key to all of this is baseball wants to have that 32 teams. They've wanted to have it a long time ago. Rob Manfred, who's been the commissioner for a number of years now, Rob would like to retire. His retirement date is set somewhere around the 2030, 2031 time slot. He's going to get the Major League Baseball TV deals done, which are coming up here in the not too distant future. And he wants to get those done. And if he can get the two new franchises settled in, then he will move on and go from there. So a lot of interesting things going on in baseball right now. Again, the most important one is Vegas getting their act together so that they will be the new home of the A's, and the city of Tampa getting their act together so they can be the forever home of the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, so that I think is crucial. Getting those stadium issues out off the books has been crucial in absolutely every effort being done at this point in time. So very happy to see that. Look, nothing is necessarily 100%, but that being said, I think that what we're seeing here, when Carlson and Babby are appearing together on radio shows and podcasts, I think that's a good sign. Certainly Ken Hagan, who has long been a supporter of this, and he's the Hillsborough County um, commissioner, and he's been pushing this thing for years. And so Hagan has got his votes in line for the county. Mayor Castor's been on board since day one, so that's the mayor's office in the city of Tampa. And now the third leg of that stool has to be, of course, the Tampa City Council. If they can get that past the council on August 20, on the August 27th meeting, then the chances of this thing happening are very, very good. And, everything else will fall into place. There'll be a lot of work to be done. Don't get me wrong. They want to open the ballpark sometime in either 2028, 29. I imagine with construction being as it is, that may not be, they may have to fudge that date a little bit, but with the support of Hillsborough County, of the Rays themselves, who are putting in 60% of building the stadium, we're talking about a $2.3 billion ballpark, and then there's another probably $5 to $8 million that will be invested by private folks who will be on board with regard to getting things done. So absolutely, very, very encouraging signs that Mr. Carlson of the city of Tampa, who also is going to be running for mayor, the mayor present of Tampa, which of course is Jane Castor, and then Ken Babby of the Rays, as well as Ken Hagan of the Hillsborough County Commission, all being on the same page will make this transition quite doable. Still some stuff to be done, as I said. That August meeting is very important, but if you've got Babby, who was, I'm sorry, not Babby, the Jeff Carlson, who was the swing vote, and he's now on board, it's very likely that they'll get it done. And there you go. I mean, it's taken a while, but all good things, as the old saying goes. And it's really been an outstanding situation from that standpoint. And the fun thing we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to talk about where expansion is going to be. And I think that's going to be fun. So we're going to look forward to that. And I know for a fact that, we're going to see what goes on. So we'll see. All right, let's take a quick look at preseason and in the NFL, and when we're going to see those games. All right, so starting tomorrow, Green Bay is at Pittsburgh. That's going to be a kickoff of 7:00. That's going to be on the NFL Network. Now, if you happen to be in Green Bay, you're going to be able to watch the game on WGBA, your NBC Channel 26 in Green Bay will have that. WTMJ, many remember, of course, in Milwaukee, that's the NBC station, Channel 4, will be your home for Green Bay's game with Pittsburgh on Thursday. Excuse me. Over on the Pittsburgh side, of course, it's going to be KDKA, Channel 2 in Pittsburgh. They've been home to that group for a very, very long time. And so we'll have Green Bay and Pittsburgh on there. Detroit at Cincinnati tomorrow. That's also a kickoff of 7 p.m. Again, these are going to be regional. WJBK, Fox 2 Detroit, will have that game live in the Detroit area. Obviously, check your local listings if you're in Toledo and in Grand Rapids and Lansing and all around the greater Detroit area. Over in Cincinnati, the game's going to be on WXIX, Fox 19 in Cincinnati. And if you're down in Louisville, that's going to be a Fox 41. And Lexington, of course, that's going to be NBC 18. And then Lima, Ohio, you're going to get it on WLIO. Indianapolis and New England, that's a 7:30 start. And that's on WXIN channel 59, which is Fox affiliate in Indianapolis. So there you go. Fort Wayne, Indiana on WANE, which is CBS 15. And interestingly enough, in Honolulu, it's going to be seen on channel 2. Channel 22 in Honolulu, which is KHON. If you are watching from the Boston area, that's going to be WBZ, channel 4, CBS in Boston. Looking through the list, you've got Providence, New Haven, Connecticut, Springfield, Massachusetts, Manchester, New Hampshire, Portland, Maine, and Burlington, Vermont, all having that network. Keep an eye out for it, and we'll see. The Chargers at Houston, KCBS has the call in that game. Noah Eagle is making the call for KCBS, and he's joined by Dan Fouts. Kevin Kugler, Kevin Kugler and John Harris have the call on Houston's Channel 13, which is an ABC affiliate, KTRK. And just going through the list of stations on both sides of the ledger here. The Chargers are seen in San Diego, of course, Sacramento, Salinas, California, Fresno in the center of the state. Salt Lake City, you can watch the game on Channel 30. And then in Texas, from El Paso all the way through Austin and San Antonio, plenty of opportunity for Houston's fans to catch the game. Arizona at Vegas, that's an 8 o'clock game, Eastern time. Paul Casavari and Sam Osho has got the call for those of you who are Arizona fans. They're on KPHO, CBS 5 in Phoenix. Meanwhile, over in Vegas, KVVU Fox 5 in Vegas has the call. Reno on Channel 21. It's on in Los Angeles. The Raiders have a big following in Los Angeles. They're on our buddies at KTLA, Channel 5. Channel 4 in San Francisco, Oakland. That's going to be delayed to 12 a.m. Pacific time. They're going to be on KRON. This is also going to be seen in San Diego on Fox 5. It's going to be seen in Sacramento on Fox 40. Salt Lake City gets the game on ABC4, which is KTVX, and Bakersfield, Anchorage, Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska, Juneau, Alaska, and Honolulu all have it. ESPN Unlimited has the game blacked out in the local market, but everywhere else. So on your app, you can watch it. Tennessee, San Francisco, that's an NFL Network game. And Paul Buchmeister and Charles Davis has the call for Tennessee. It's on WKBRN, ABC's Nashville affiliate. It's also on in Memphis, Knoxville, Jackson, Tennessee, Tri-Cities, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, and Paducah, Kentucky. Meanwhile, you can catch the 49ers broadcast of Guy Haberman and Tim Ryan on KPIX. That's Channel 5 in San Francisco. Sacramento is going to get the game on Channel 13. Channel 45 in Monterey. Channel 58 in Bakersfield. Channel 8 in Reno. And Chico, California is going to get it on Channel 20. Eureka, California is going to get it on Channel 28. And up in Oregon, you're going to see it on Channel 21. So that's where you can watch the games tomorrow. Friday, Tampa Bay and the Jets, that's an NFL Network game. WFLA has that call. That, of course, is going to be Chris Myers and Rondé Barber. WFLA is your home for the Buccaneers. And in Orlando, it's WSH. In Gainesville, it's WOGX, which is Fox 51. Panama City, it's going to be on ABC 13. Fort Myers, it's going to be on CW6. West Palm Beach, Channel 25. And Mobile, Alabama, on CBS 5. Meanwhile, if you're in New York, it's going to be on one station. Easy to get, Iron Eagle and Anthony Breck. That's going to be on Channel 2, WCBS, for that game. Denver, Atlanta. Denver, Atlanta is Steve Levy and Ryan Harris on KUSA in Denver. If you're in Colorado Springs, it's on Channel 11. Grand Junction, Colorado, it's on 8. ABC 4 in Salt Lake. ABC 7 in Albuquerque. In Cheyenne, it's on Channel 5.2 in Cheyenne. It's on Channel 13 in Casper, Wyoming. In Rapid City, South Dakota, it's on Channel 3. Fox 42 in Omaha, Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska has Channel 51. Wichita, Kansas has Channel 12 and Channel 11 in Topeka, Kansas. Over on the Fox 5 side in Atlanta, Justin Kushner, DJ Shockley on the call over there. The game is seen on WAGA Channel 5 in Atlanta. You can also catch it in Augusta, Columbus, Savannah, Albany, the Tennessee Valley Sports Network, and also in Birmingham on Channel 6 and in Dothan, Alabama on Channel 4. It's also an ESPN Unlimited game. So then we move down to Miami at Washington. That's the 7 o'clock kick. Again, this is all on Friday. Steve Goldstein and Kim Bokamper is going to make the call for Miami. That's on Channel 4, which is CBS Miami. You can also get it in Palm Beach on Channel 5. WINK, which is Fort Myers, that's Channel 11. Channel 9 in Orlando will have the game, and Channel 2 in Honolulu has the game. Meanwhile, if you're a Washington fan and Commanders, WUSA has the call, Channel 9. Baltimore's Channel WJZ will have the game. WSOC in Charlotte has the game. Norfolk, Virginia, Channel 3. In Richmond, Virginia, it's going to be on Channel 8 and Channel 7 in Roanoke, Virginia. So that's your NFL preseason in a nutshell right here. So let's see, go Rays. Bucks. Let's go Rays. I agree. It's a great year. They're on an 8-game winning streak, which is pretty amazing. And it's all on the road. So it's been good for Tampa Bay. The Rays have played outstanding football, to be sure. There's no question about that. And even as well as Boston has been playing as of late, they gained a lot of ground, but they didn't gain as much ground as they needed to gain to. It's still going to be a fun race. There's no question about that. But Boston was hot, and now not so much. So let's take a quick look at what our schedule is like today. It's Wednesday. You're going to have some day games, to be sure, and we'll check the schedule and the standings real quick. Excuse me. All right. 1 o'clock, 1:40 actually, to be honest. 1:40, it's Baltimore and Minnesota. That game is Baez pitching for Baltimore, Matthews on the bump for the Twins. Philadelphia is at St. Louis. That's a 2:15 first pitch. Wheeler on the bump for Philadelphia. St. Louis is going with Leahy. Drew Rasmussen is throwing today for Tampa Bay. They're taking on Atlanta. I'm sorry, not Atlanta. The Athletics out in Sacramento. That's a 3:05 first pitch. Rasmussen against Perkins. Colorado is at Arizona. That's a 3:40 first pitch. That's Father versus Kelly. Houston and San Francisco. That's a 3:45 first pitch. King and Hauser going in that one. Milwaukee and San Diego. It's a 4:10 first pitch. May versus Robbie Ray. Cleveland and Detroit. That is an 6:40 first pitch. Griffin and Valdez. Pittsburgh is in Miami. That's also a 6:40 first start. Mozelinsky pitching for Pittsburgh and Junk throwing the ball for Miami. Chicago is in the capital. They're taking on the Nationals. Peterson is throwing for Chicago. Warren's throwing for the Nats. Your ESPN game tonight, 7:05. Seattle at the Yankees. Miller throwing for Seattle. Warren. That can't be right. Warren pitched last night, so I don't know who that. We have to make a check on that, folks. It's listed as Warren pitching tonight, but he pitched last night. Boston's at Toronto. That's a 7:07 game. That's on Sportsnet in Nesson. Suarez and Serrano. Mets Atlanta. That's a 7:15 game. Thornton against Melly. Cincinnati Chicago White Sox on the south side. That's Lauder versus Castillo. Kansas City is in LA to play the Dodgers. That's a 10 o'clock first pitch. Lynch throwing for Kansas City. Lauer throwing for the Dodgers. Texas rounds out the evening. That's an ESPN doubleheader game. That's 10:10 first pitch. Quantrell versus Kissin as Texas takes on the Angels in Anaheim. So there you go. There's your baseball for today. We took a look at the schedule for the next 2 days of preseason football. And other than that, folks, we had a good opportunity to tell you about what was going on with the Tampa Bay Rays and how close they are getting to their deal. So outstanding work. Thank you all very much for joining us. And we will be in tomorrow, and we'll be talking about expansion, which ought to be a lot of fun. So until then, I'm Jim Williams. Have a good day.